What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of CMA Podcast. How is everybody doing? Back once again, guys, full of energy. Is it fake energy or is it sugar? I don't know. But I am back. Took a week off from doing stuff and, had to do things differently in other ways and stuff. Had a visitor from Ireland, had a trip, I guess, around the general area in where I live in Switzerland. Beautiful Lucerne. Got to see some of the Alps. Got to do a little bit of reshuffling and rescheduling with the gym. Everything seems to be going to plan right now, but it is hard. It is hard work. Trying to figure things out. Thank you for your patience. And if you're listening, thank you very much for clicking on and giving me your time, because there's a lot of people doing a lot of things on the internet nowadays, and sometimes you just don't have time. Like, I'll see 4 or 5 videos from people and they've put a lot of effort into it. And I just haven't had the time to click on it. Sometimes you got to switch off. Bert Green from the Bert Locker. Bert, I've got your videos stacked, ready to go. Not really up to speed on MMA this week. I actually shut down my phone pretty much 90% of the week. Obviously, what am I going to do? What am I going to complain about? And with everything going on in the news and Ukraine, Russia, and all the, virtue signaling and I don't know, some of you guys may have seen Too Much Information from CMA Podcast, and Too Much Information Part 2 knows how I deal with the current circumstance of media and news. Sometimes I try and combat it with sarcasm. Sometimes I just have to switch off. And this week I switched off, limiting your usage on social media and the news, your phone in general, for Christ's sake, has to be the way forward for me, because the world is a nasty place full of nasty people doing nasty things. It's also a propaganda cesspit. It is also virtue signaling, which I despise, and I just switch off. I just have to turn it all off and just enjoy my life, where I am, what I'm doing, and who I'm with. Because otherwise we'll all turn into like Captain Planet trying to save the goddamn world, and virtually we're powerless. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Also, there's military flying all over the place today, so you may hear some rumblings of jet engines. I hope we're going to be okay. I missed the fights last weekend. I wanted to break them down. Bobby Green fought Makhachev. A phenomenal fight. I got to see it, I think I saw it Monday or Tuesday, because I wasn't anywhere near the internet over the weekend. But yeah, I'm not going to try and break down that fight or try and wing it, because that would be, I don't know, forced, I guess, just to try and get something out. If you haven't researched it, you sound ridiculous. And then there's fights this weekend. I'm looking forward to the fights this weekend. Again, I will not be breaking them down. I'll give my opinion because of the drama and crap that's coming with the fights, but generally speaking, no, you can't wing things on a podcast. People see through your bullshit straight away. So just to give you guys a little update on the gym. Still looking for a space. It is fucking impossible, but impossible in the words of Muhammad Ali is nothing. It's tough, Muhammad. Let's call a spade. But in the center of Lucerne, some places don't want gyms. Some places do, but their demands are ridiculous. Some places are perfect, but they're like, this place isn't suitable. Some places don't have connection to water. Like it's just like a showroom. Try figuring that out. And then with what I've discussed on previous episodes of us not like charging for classes over the course of the pandemic, and just giving like free classes and not having anybody hand over money or sign contracts, because we're just so awesome. That cannot be sustained anymore, because we spoke with what would you call the tax authorities, or like the Handels Register, and they're basically saying you should close your company. And I just explaining what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve. We're not going to close the company. Like we want CMA to be back on the radar, and they're just kind of like, nah, in this case we think you should close the company. And I'm like, hang on a second, why? Oh, well, you don't have this, and you don't have this. Well, we're trying to get this, we're trying to get that, and we're trying to get this. Like, has hard work been taken off the equation? Do you say taken out of the equation or off the table? Did I get that wrong? I talk for a living. Yeah, I think hard work has been taken away. Like, you don't want me to struggle here? Is that what, are you being so nice? I don't get it. All I get is the advice that, like, we should close. That makes no sense. I want to work hard. I want to struggle. Yes, like, we're starting again. We're starting over. This is going to be difficult. But what solves our problems are the space. Once we get and sign a lease, once we get the equipment back in the gym, back in the space, set everything up, get the logo on the wall, advertise. Yeah, we're behind. I said it in the last podcast over a week ago. We're behind. We're losing right now. But what do? Do you give up? Do you give up? Close the company down. Start again. Better luck next time. That's fine, but I want to fucking go. I want to keep fighting, keep the struggle alive. I just don't understand the advice of closure, unless that's the goal and the incentive, but I don't think so. It's really strange for me to hear someone advise an entrepreneur or advise someone in my position to close the company down. The pandemic destroyed companies, absolutely fucking murdered the lower middle class and small businesses and all that. And we found a way. And at the end of the way, we're through. We're ready to go again. The advice is to close. No, not on my watch. I'm not wearing a watch. No, we're going to keep it going. My goal is to get the space as soon as possible. It is very frustrating, but we're going to get there. And once we get in there, it's all systems go. Guys, I want to bring you a word from our sponsors, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, I want to bring you, as I said, a word from our sponsors. This is my first ad read, so just bear with me, all right? Guys, we are sponsored by Lola Tong. Go to lolatong.com and you will see what I am talking about. lolatong.com. That is a company that was established a couple of years ago. Two very young entrepreneurs looking to find that gap in the market. They have curated an offer of timeless masterpieces with various different fashion designers all over the world. I'm trying to get more fashionable. I'm trying to get more stylish. It's not all about rock tops and leather jackets, in my opinion, and I'm starting to see that now. Go to lolatong.com and browse their website. They've got like hoodies, tracksuits, t-shirts, dad hats. How do you Like, how do you like my new dad hat? I walk out the door and like there's just mothers staring at me like left, right, and center. I gotta pop up the wedding ring and just say sorry, sorry, girls, I can't do nothing for you. But listen, go to lolatong.com, have a look at their offers and their deals and their products and what they offer you. They've got it all, comfort and style. Like, let's say, for example, you're at home and you just want to clean your apartment, but you want to look good doing it. Go put on one of their hoodies, their baggy hoodies, really sexy baggy hoodies. Check them out. If you're dating and, you know, let's say, for example, when I was dating back in the day, I didn't care what you looked like on a Friday night when we were going out. I cared about what you look like on a Sunday morning when you're not wearing any makeup, your hair is up, and you're wearing my hoodie. Lola Tong has you covered. You're going to look good when you're cleaning your apartment, when you're meeting a friend for a coffee, when you're just going on that last minute spontaneous dinner with a friend. Lola Tong has you covered. And here's the kicker. Go to lolatong.com, add your stuff to the cart, and at checkout, enter in the promo code CMA for a 10% discount. Once again, that is lolatong.com, and enter the promo code CMA at checkout. You will get a 10% discount. Lola Tong, honest, strong, and compassionate. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Didn't see you there. Yeah, sponsored by lolatong.com. Hashtag goal achieved. But yeah, guys, that was my first ad read, so bear with me. I'm still trying to work and be a podcaster and, you know, all the trappings that come with podcasting. So yeah, that was our sponsor. Go to lolatong.com. Check out what they got. Yeah, they're a local business here in Lucerne, but, you know, they're an online business as well. So, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. Australia, New Zealand, India, Pakistan, Canada, if you're allowed to still shop online, the United States, South America, Antarctica, the Arctic Circle. Go get yourself a lolatong.com or Lola Tong item of clothing. Go look fashionable like me. You too could look this good, guys. Honest to God. He's trying to be an actor. So let's try and have a look and move on to on the fights coming up this weekend. Colby, how do you pronounce that name? Colby Covington is fighting Jorge Masvidal. Do you say George Masvidal or Jorge Masvidal? I don't know. But it's a grudge match. Two former teammates. I'm not going to try and break it down because I haven't done my research. But I know both fighters. Both are very good fighters. They're both good at promotion. Colby has taken the bad guy route. He has really pressed hard with the Donald Trump card, Make America Great Again, and all of that. Jorge Masvidal also has that Trump on his side, I guess, but he goes with the whole street Jesus kind of approach. Two great fighters. Do you know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping neither get knocked out. I'm hoping they both make a truckload of money and that it's like a 5-round close decision. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it live. So we'll see what happens with that one. But give me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is gonna happen in this fight? That's gonna be a fun one. Who else is on the card? Co-main event: Rafael Dos Anjos versus Renata Otiano. I don't know what this guy is. I always have a soft spot for Rafael Dos Anjos because he's the guy that got fucked out of the UFC more than anyone in the realm of Conor McGregor. I think he hurt his foot training for Conor for the 155-pound title, and that's last minute pull out. That's when Nate came in and choked out Conor. I think Conor may have still beaten Rafael dos Anjos, but we don't know what strategy Rafael would have taken. If he had used wrestling and jiu-jitsu, then maybe it could have been Rafael to get the nod instead of Nate with the choke out. But yeah, it's super sad to see that guy just like, he tried so hard. Hey man, we got unfinished business. Really try hard to get the Conor fight back. He lost out on a lot of money, so it sucks for that guy. Who else is fighting? I had it there. Edson Barboza is fighting. That's going to be a great fight. Kevin Holland is fighting also. Who else? Oh, we got Greg Hardy, the guy who beats women. Google that guy. That's a crazy one. But again, I am not going to try and bullshit my way around this podcast when I haven't done my research. So I'm not going to break down the fights. I just want to come on here and express that I'm watching these fights still in real time. Last weekend, I didn't watch the fights. I shut down. I turned off the phone, as I said. But this weekend, I'm going to watch the fights. I'm excited to see the fights. I'm excited that the world just heals itself and avoids all of the current ongoings, because, you know, it's very difficult to you know, what am I going to do? Put out a podcast and talk about really mundane things in a niche market when, you know, things are happening in Eastern Europe that really puts life into perspective. Like when you see that and then you see someone complaining about being misgendered or using the non-preferred pronouns, it's kind of awkward. But yeah, I'm going to come back on here more regularly. Got a couple of cool guests lined up for this week. Going to get closer on the fights and still going to strive to get CMA back indoors. Let's get the logo on the wall, the music up, and start punching faces and choking necks. That is the goal. We will not stop. They're going to have cops come in and arrest me to get me to stop. But yeah, the future's bright, guys. Just trying to fucking figure it out right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see what happens. If you guys have any questions or concerns, send me a message at City Martial Arts or on Facebook. I think it's CMA Lucerne. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts, guys. Any comments about the fights coming up, or any concerns about world current events or political views or the economy or cryptocurrency or spaghetti. Please let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Once again, go to lolatong.com, use promo code CMA in the comments, in the promo code section. Get 10% off with them. And once again, thank you very much for listening and watching and liking and sharing and all that wonderful stuff. Thank you very much, guys. Rock and roll.